So I've already recorded this video once, and I guess I'm gonna have to do it again, because when I took the SD card upstairs to edit everything, I found out the entire video was filmed in fucking slow motion. So here we go again, as if my blood was already not boiling. I'm not even sitting down. I'm walking today. Like, I'm standing up. I can do one of these numbers. I can fucking do jumping jacks and whatever you need me to do. But today, over the last couple of days, Nintendo did a press release or a press conference or a fucking show or a convention or whatever the hell they did, where they announced and showcased the Switch 2, and they also announced and showcased a couple games that were going to be going along with that. Mario Kart World is one of them, a new Donkey Kong is one of them, and I gotta give it to them, it looks pretty cool. Let me center you off there a little bit, excuse me. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Now, as a guy who did not buy the Switch 1, I gotta be honest and give him credit where credit was due. The Donkey Kong game looks sick, the new Mario Kart looks sick, a lot of the cool things I saw, I was like, damn, I mean, I might actually be enticed to buy the Switch 2. Why not? Then the shitstorm rolled in, because what Nintendo proceeded to do was announce the prices and showcase the prices for their upcoming console and the games that are going to be coming out on said console. And what Nintendo effectively did was destroyed the gaming industry forever. Sorry to say it, that's just the truth. Now, Nintendo has always been a money-hungry, scammy, drain their audience of the last dollar they possibly can make to garner as much money as they can, because that's just what Nintendo is. To be honest with you, they're the Apple of the video game studios / video game industry. They're going to do their own thing to basically section themselves off, because their audience, they have created an audience that are going to buy the products that they put out, even though they may not be compatible with other products, or they are just way too expensive. In this case, just way too expensive. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit why you need to be worried about the prices and what that means for the future, regardless if you plan on buying the Switch 2 or not. But with that being said, getting into it, as far as the prices go, the Switch 2 is going to go for about $450. That's insane in its own right. On top of that, there was a couple of extra buy-ons, like a new controller is $80. There's a shitty little camera that they put on there for an extra $50. You need a port of some kinds, and that's an extra $60-something. You're gonna end up spending $550 on this console. To be honest with you, that's probably what that's going to be. And sure, having an expensive console isn't going to break the gaming industry. Every console has come out and has been expensive and whatever it is. I fully expect the PS5 and stuff like that to, you know, like, you could have gotten a $400 PS5. You could get a $500 PS5. And the $500 was a bit hefty, sure, but it was only $100 more. But that's the thing, right? It's always inching a little further out, little further out, little further out. But still, as far as PlayStation 5 goes, you could still get the $400 one, you know? But that was the difference between physical and digital copies, and that is where the problems come and go when it comes to Nintendo, is that they announce the prices for their digital and their physical copies of the games that are coming out on the Switch 2, such as Mario Kart, where they announced that the digital copy of Mario Kart was going to be $80, and the physical copy was going to be $90, and that is going to destroy the gaming industry forever. And why? What does that mean? What does it mean it's going to destroy the gaming industry forever? Well, to put it gently, now that Nintendo has done it, it doesn't matter what we want. Other studios are going to follow suit, because other studios, no matter if they want to do what's right for the fan, they're not going to do that. If there's green involved, they're going to make the green. That's how that goes. We're fucked. You and I are fucked. It's over. Now that Nintendo has opened up Pandora's box for all of us to burn and suffer under, every other gaming studio is going to follow in that direction, and the problem is Nintendo is going to get away with it, because just like I said, they've created an audience that are going to buy it no matter what, and they're going to make their money. Now, me personally, I always thought Rockstar was going to be the ones that are going to do this with GTA 6, and to be honest with you, maybe I'm one of the dumb fans too, because no matter what, I was going to buy GTA 6. I thought GTA 6 was probably going to cost $100. I didn't know that to be sure, but now I can tell you it's 100% going to cost somewhere in that neighborhood. It's going to cost $90 or it's going to cost $100. And now that Nintendo has done it, Rockstar's gonna do it with GTA, and now that Rockstar's done it, you're goddamn right Naughty Dog's gonna do it with that stupid fucking intergalactic game that I shit on that everybody was mad about. It might not be shit, maybe it's Game of the Year, I don't fucking know, but Naughty Dog's gonna do it. First Nintendo did it, then Rockstar's gonna do it, then Naughty Dog's gonna do it, then Ubisoft is gonna do it if they're still in business. But no matter what, the prices of video games, now that that box has been opened and that untouched rule has been touched, it's gonna go up. Now, the prices of video games have gone up before, for a very long time, it was $60. Then when the new gen consoles came in, it was $70. And it was kind of stayed at $70 for a while, for most of this new gen console, and I think it was $70 for the physical, $60 for the digital. So you could still go back and you could buy, the normal price of video games for the digital copy. That's not what Nintendo is doing. Nintendo is raising the prices of digital and is raising the prices of physical. And the thing that I also want to talk about as well is that Nintendo, remember that really shitty quote that Ubisoft put out a couple years ago whenever they said that the average video game consumer, the average gamer, should get used to the idea of not owning their video games and everybody shat on them? Nintendo's doing it, because regardless if you buy the digital copy of the video game, which is already more expensive than it normally should be, and then you go ahead and you buy the physical copy, you still don't own that game. Because from whatever I was able to tell and read up on this, whenever you get the digital copy of the game, you can just download the game off the internet or off their web base or wherever you get the digital game from. The physical game, you get a key, which has a disc on it with some code, so that you can go into the internet and download the game. But you still have that disc. You still have the key. And I guess if the big part of owning the physical game for you is so you could sell it later down the line when you're not playing that game anymore, you could still sell the key if you wish. But when it comes to the average gamer, the average consumer of owning that product, of owning that game, you don't get to do that anymore, because if Nintendo decides that they are done with putting out that product, they are done with Super Mario World. Let's say you go out and you buy Super Mario World for the physical copy for $90. If Nintendo releases a game in 10 years called Super Mario Universe, Super Mario Kart Universe, or whatever the hell they decide to call it, and you decide, I don't like Super Mario Kart Universe, I want to play Super Mario World, or Super Mario Kart World, whatever the fuck it's called, and Nintendo decides, we're gonna kill Mario Kart World, we're gonna shut off that game, so the average consumer who are refusing to buy Mario Kart Universe in 10 years have no choice but to go forth and buy Mario Kart Universe. You're shit out of luck. You never had control of that game to begin with, because it's still a digital copy, and your physical copy that you bought is a code to unlock the digital copy, and you just have the key where now you can take it out of the console and use the console, and you could sell it if you want to. That's it. And my guess is, not only since the prices have gone up, which has broken the video game industry, what's to say that other studios don't follow that exact same path and then they implement a passkey and they go the same route? Because Nintendo's going to get away with it. That's done. That's over. We can go ahead and chop that up as a loss. The problem is what happens when Rockstar does the same thing. And I'll buy it. I'm not going to not buy GTA 6, but it's $100. And then Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet comes out. And even all the hate of that game, because Rockstar did it, they're $100. And then the new Assassin's Creed come out. And even though I'm not playing the new Assassin's Creed game anymore, that's $100. And then God of War Egypt comes out in 5-6 years. It's $110. And you can only buy the digital copy. Call of Duties, you can only buy the digital copy, $100 a pop. If you decide that you don't want to play the new Call of Duty and you'd rather play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, then kill it. That's the truth. They could do that if they want to. And that was always, to me, why I would rather have the physical over the digital. I mean, that's not the only reason. I always paid more to get the physical version, but I liked having the physical version of the games. I just liked having the cases and the disc. I can't really tell you why. I like seeing my stack get higher. But Nintendo, just like Apple went in and made their own charger, now everybody's got the Apple charger, whatever it is, this new physical key bullshit, I could expect that to be a problem in the future. The pricing of the games themselves is a ginormous problem. And it's up to the consumer and the gamer to try and stop that now. But I just don't see that happening, with Nintendo being the first ones to do it, and then GTA 6 being the ones who do it. I guess you can draw a hard line in the sand. I don't know if people are going to spend $100 on Intergalactic. But I'm a little more freaked out about this key nonsense. And maybe I have it wrong. Like, maybe I read it wrong, or the videos I've watched about it are wrong, or whatever it is. But it seems like that the gaming industry might be in some big trouble. And the wallets of the consumers who just want to play video games, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. And from a guy who is still, like, trying to grasp on from the fact that I haven't outgrown video games, and even though I don't play video games as much as I would like to because there hasn't been anything out that I really want to play, I still love video games. And I'm worried that we're destroying it. So, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I'm going to go edit this one up because I've already filmed it twice. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace, love, adios, guys. Bye.